a minute to get all settled up here, and then we will get started. I do have a few announcements before we begin, but nothing long tonight, actually, so that's kind of exciting. So let me just get this set up, and then we will get going. I think it's all dusty from the barn. Give me just a second. That is much better. There we go. All right. So welcome everybody to our Sunday Night Live Q&A. I appreciate everybody being here. I did miss last Monday and Tuesday. I was going to reschedule, and I was in quite a bit of pain from last week. So everything just took a lot longer to do this week. But I am feeling a little bit better. A friend of ours sent us some stuff that I'll be trying out tonight to hopefully help a little bit more, but I'm very excited about it. So we did announce the 18 and under contest winner last month. They just received the incubator, so I'll be shipping them out some eggs probably at the end of this week. So they are on their way. That's very exciting. We'll be picking another 18 and under contest winner next month. Any donations that you want to do, the donations are in the comment section. There's a $sign. And if you do a super sticker or a super chat, that is a donation to the channel. And that money goes to the 18 and under contest winner for next month to buy them an incubator. And if you don't know what the 18 and under contest is, we do this every month. There is a YouTube video that you can check out. Just in the search bar, type in 18 and under contest by Myshire Farm, and you will, that'll pull up for you. But a bunch of us have gotten together: Wynola Ranch, Dale's Quails, Whiskey Tango Farms, Flew the Coop Farms, Ed Got Bait, Jesse Mills, myself. I'm probably forgetting somebody, I'm sorry. But we all came together, and we're sending them eggs and brooders and cages and feeders and waters and candlers and all that stuff to help the next generation get involved with self-sufficiency. I'm very proud of that. I think it goes very, very well and gets a lot of young people involved, so I'm very excited about that. And the donations that we get on the channel go towards purchasing an incubator for them. So we are still going to be using that to get the next incubator. So that's very exciting. We did get AI tested this week. We're getting tested every 90 days now because we're considered a hatchery. And we got tested Thursday, and he sent me an email, which I have actually forgot to tell Jenna, but he sent me an email Friday night, Saturday morning, don't remember, and we're negative, so that's wonderful. There was no signs of it, so I really wasn't worried at all. But he did give me some good information to share with you. We were it took a lot longer this time because he was explaining a lot of stuff and he had to go. So we didn't do a video with him, but I did write a bunch of stuff down. I've already done the video. So that video AI update will be coming this week. The big thing about that is we have decided that we are not going to be shipping live quail until they get this contained. Because our quail are considered adults, it's a little bit harder to do. And so we're just going to skip that whole part. We're just going to ship hatching eggs to help them out. And I'll explain more in the video. But we asked him to look over our biosecurity and what we can do differently and this, that, and the other. And he was very, very well pleased. And so was I. So that's great. So that went very well. I do have a couple really good videos coming out this week. I did one with Chris from Slightly Rednecked. We had fun doing the video, and I think there's a lot of really good content in there. We've got a really fun bee video. Now it's going to be a little bit long, but if you're watching this, let me just tell you right now, you're going to want to watch that video, and you're not going to want to listen to it in the background, because halfway through, you'll see. So that video is already uploaded to the channel. I just have to post it. The Chris's video from Slightly Redneck myself is uploaded. I just have to post that. I did do the AI update video and what we're changing here, but I've not uploaded that. I might redo it. But that'll be posted this week. So those are the videos coming out this week, which is very exciting. And obviously we're back for our live Q&A. I will be back tomorrow as well to do a rapid fire Q&A. And the last announcement that I want to bore you with is, so this is our live Q&A. Welcome. So we do this every Sunday. And then we also do a rapid fire Q&A on Mondays at 8. Usually, I missed last week, but we usually do that as well. And that is for newbie people that don't have a lot of time to wait for the questions or are uncomfortable hanging out with everybody, whatever the case may be. It's just a rapid fire Q&A. So Monday nights, I just read questions and we go as quickly as possible to answer as many as possible. Sundays are a little bit different. It is a live Q&A. If you have questions, feel free to ask. That is what we're here for, but it's more of a community setting. So I read all of the comments. We all hang out. It's like like-minded people, you know, a virtual community, as you will. And we do a couple fun things on here. So number one, if you want to let us know where you're from, it's really interesting to see where all the quail people are at in the world, just not in the States. That's a lot of fun. If you've hatched hatching eggs from us this week, feel free to let me know, and I will write that down for our records. And usually it takes me a while to get to the questions because I've got all these comments that I read, which is completely fine. But a lot of us in here have been following along for quite some time, are very knowledgeable, and they usually respond with an answer before I even get to the question. So you can check that out as well. This usually goes for about 2.5 hours. We'll go as long as it takes until I answer all the questions. That's not a problem. But if you don't have that time or you just want your questions answered, Monday nights are for you, 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time right here. It's just rapid fire Q&A. We do like to hit the like button here, so if you would be so kind to support our channel and hit that like button, I would greatly appreciate it. The golden night is 120. I'm going to be honest, I kind of slacked off this week on YouTube videos and lives. I was just in a lot of pain, moving real slow, and the farm stuff still has to be done. So it was just taking me, what usually takes me 12, 14 hours a day to do, it was taking me 16, 18, 20 hours to do. And I was getting very little sleep, which means I wasn't recovering faster. And so I didn't have a lot. Didn't have a lot to give this week, but I am feeling much, much better. And I am back, and we've got a lot of great surprises coming your way that I'm not ready to mention, but will in weeks to come, especially in the middle to end of this week. There's a lot of big surprises coming your way. So I'm really excited about that. If you do donate, it'll go to the 18 under contest. I know a lot of people enjoy donating to that and giving to the next generation. So feel free to do so if you'd like to do that. And I think that's it. Let's get started, shall we? Again, if you have any questions, feel free to ask. I promise I will get to them. I will not get off here until all questions are answered. And thanks for being here. I really appreciate it. I gotta take a drink though, sorry. Should have brought another one. All right, so Joy is in the house. Hello from Western Oregon. Hope you're all having a great weekend. Welcome, we're glad you're here. Oh, yeah, Quailcon. I probably should mention that, shouldn't I? Quailcon is an event that we're having here at Myshire Farm September 3rd and 4th. And it's going to be an amazing event. Chris from Slightly Redneck will be here. Brandon and Chris from Whiskey Tango Farms will be here. Verna Young, which is a moderator and admin on Facebook and on here, is going to be here. They're all going to be speaking. Dale's Quails is going to be here. I'll be speaking. We're going to do a tour of the barn. Jim, our MPIP instructor that was here testing for AI, brought up a couple good ideas that we can use because he was here and he was like, I hope you're not canceling your Quailcon. And I said, that's not the plan. And he's like, well, here's some ideas we can do to better keep biosecurity. And I was like, oh, so that's wonderful. So that is on for sure. And right now we've got 29 states coming. If you go to our website, myshirefarm.com, there is a tab that says Quailcon 2022. If you go to that, There is tickets for sale you can order. But in that, there's a description of everything that's going on, all the speakers. We got a feed expert coming, PhD doctor. We've got, my Lord, we've got a lot of stuff that I can't remember right now. But we do have a lot of really cool stuff coming. And I'll be posting more videos. We are almost booked up on the vendors. So we're going to have vendors and raffles and all kinds of lot of fun. We're going to have a dinner that night on the first night. That I'll be able to mingle and hang out with everybody. So I'm very excited about it. If you don't know what it is, please check it out. And if you've not purchased your tickets, please do so, because not next week, but the week after, I am going to have to pay a lot of money to get the tents and the tables and the chairs and the blah, blah, blah ordered. So I think that's all. We do have 29 states representing Quailcon, and let's see, Oregon is actually not one of them, Joy. So, I mean, I'm just saying. So if you want to come, we'd love to have you. I'd love to have, 40, 45 states coming. That'd be really cool. But 29 so far, and it's in September. I think we're doing great. So I'm really excited about it. We're actually only about 40 tickets away from hitting last year's numbers. So we are blowing it up, guys. And I think it's going to be great. We're also going to have experts here. So we're going to have the bee expert, the bee guy supply is going to be here. He's going to be talking about bees. We're going to have a craft expert. We're going to have a feed expert that's going to have a table. We're going to have a couple other things that I can't share with you yet, but it's going to be awesome. So hopefully you can make it. Bars Farm is in the house. Welcome. Glad to hear from Tennessee. Bars Farms, if you don't get your eggs by tomorrow, please contact me, and I will fix that. Really confused. I looked today, and it's still not loading, so I'm not too sure what's going on with that. But please contact me tomorrow if you still haven't received, or even if you have. Just let me know what happens, and we'll get you taken care of. Tanya is in the house. Welcome from Central Texas, and Texas is representing. So is Tennessee at Quailcon. Uncle Dude is in the house from Bug Tussle, Oklahoma. Welcome. We're glad you're here. I believe that's what is it? Green Acres? Is that Green Acres? Bug Tussle? I think so. Oklahoma, I do believe, is representing as well, but yep, Oklahoma's representing. Welcome. Let's see. Fire Girl's in the house. Good night from Finland. Cannot sleep, so I remember that you do a live talk. Well, welcome. I'm glad you're here. Hopefully I don't bore you to sleep, but maybe that would be good for you. I don't know. Gary's in the house from Nebraska. Welcome. Let's see. Joy's in the house. Is it 3:50 p.m. here? It is 3:50 p.m. here. Yeah, I always forget about the massive time difference all throughout the U.S. I really struggle with that sometimes. Let's see. Travis is in the house. Good evening, everyone from northern Minnesota. Quail just turned 6 weeks today, and they started laying eggs yesterday. So excited. That is awesome. Congratulations. I love hearing that, and best of luck to you. But you just hit another milestone, so that's great. Congratulations. I have not mentioned it yet, but again, I do really appreciate Ed Got Bait and Verna Young. They're my moderators on here. They do a fantastic job on here. And they also do a fantastic job behind the scenes as well. And we've got a ton of Facebook groups that a lot of people are a part of and are leaders of. And I really appreciate them as well. I'm sure most of them will be in here. And I will mention them as we go along. Let's see. Rich is in the house from Michigan. Welcome. We're glad you're here. Jay Verson 81's in the house. Welcome. Glad you're here. The Grazing Farmstead's in the house. Hey, everyone. Greetings from Southwest Missouri. Welcome. We're glad you're here. Juanita Fields is in the house. Welcome. Got Bates says, Zach, how are your bees? They're actually doing wonderful. I've checked on them 4 different times. Everything is going according to plan. I did FaceTime the bee guy supply and said, hey, just want to make sure all this looks good. And he was kind enough to set up an appointment with me. I got in there, looked around. He said, everything's looking great. And they're eating and doing what they're supposed to be doing. So yeah, so far so good. And learned a lot. So I'm very excited about that. Bags of Love is in the house from North Carolina. Welcome. David Lister's in the house from McAllister, Oklahoma. Welcome. Glad you're here. We Need a Field says, hit the like button. Absolutely. I'd greatly appreciate it. Our Golden Night is 120 likes. Hopefully we can make that happen. Genuine Toe Tag is in the house from Oregon. A lot of Oregonites. Is that what you're called? Oregonites? Oregonians? If you're not called Oregonians, you should be called Oregonians. I don't know what you're called though. A lot of people from Oregon's in the house. Welcome. S.O. Swanson says, greetings from... Oh, sorry, I was just thinking about something. S.O. Swanson says, greetings from the Mississippi Delta to all my quail enthusiasts. Welcome. We're glad you're here. Oliver Smith is in the house from Evadale, Texas. I hope I said that correctly. Welcome. We're glad you're here. And Texas is representing at Quailcon. I do know that. Witch Doctor's in the house says, hello, everyone. Welcome. We're glad you're here. Las Vegas is where you're from, and Nevada is representing. In fact, Witch Doctor from Nevada is representing at Quailcon, so I cannot wait to actually meet you. Genuine Toe Tag's in the house. At what age can you start sexing jumbo white? And if it's 6 to 8 weeks before, is it okay to keep the males and females together and at that age? It is. You do the best you can to separate them, but obviously the non-feather sexables, you can't. If you're familiar with vinsexing, then 6 weeks is doable. I can do it about 5. But if you're not familiar with it, don't get discouraged. The best practice for that is actually, if this is your first time doing it, start at week 8, and that's okay. And then every time you do it further, then start a little bit earlier. That's how I had to do it. When you're doing it 8 weeks, it's very easy to tell, and you're being able to notice things. And then if you start doing it at 7 weeks, then it's a little bit harder, but you have that reference, and then you just get better. So the 6 weeks is true. You can vent sex at 6 weeks, but with experience. So there's like a little asterisk with that, if you will. So don't get discouraged if you can. Katrina is in the house, and Katrina is an admin for a couple of groups on our Facebook page, mainly newbie quail lovers. So thank you very much for your support and leadership. Hello to everyone from Gilroy, California. Glad you're here. She's also got a YouTube channel called Sow and Tear that she does aviary setting and broody quail and things like that. Much different from mine, but it's very cool to check out if you will. Jesse Mills is in the house. Welcome. Glad you're here. Josh's Punk Rock Gardens in the house. Hello, everyone from upstate New York. Welcome. We're glad you're here. Genuine Toe Tag says, do I have to worry about fighting? Even at 8 weeks, if they're all together and you're doing colonies and there's a bunch of males and a bunch of hens, not really. You might find one that gets picked on, but the bulk of them you really shouldn't have any worries about. Whiskey Tango Farms is in the house. They are going to be at Quailcon. They're going to be speaking at Quailcon, and they contribute to the 18 under contest. Whiskey Tango Farm says, hello, everyone. Hope everyone is doing well and that you are feeling better, Zach. Thank you very much. Yeah, I kind of went off the map this week. It was taking me 48 to 72 hours to respond to text messages and everything like that. And I was not very present anywhere, but it was just taking everything I could just to keep chores maintained. So I am feeling much better, and I have a feeling that I'm going to get a lot done this week, which always makes me happy. Tanya says, Zach, we have someone at Quailcon that we might chat with about Asian market. I truly would like to hear from someone who is willing to share what the ways of the most perfect balut is. I'm not too sure. I'm going to reach out to a few of my customers. They mainly just like eating them, and they're very good at communication with me. So if you have any questions, you can feel free to ask. But 12 day is preferred. But again, everybody's a little bit different. I have a few customers that like the 14. In fact, I've got a few customers at the same drop off, and some are 12 day and some are 14 day in the same little area. So it really depends on that. And then the prepping them on their end is everybody does the same thing. So just boil them and they're ready to go. Brad Hill is in the house. Welcome. We're glad you're here. Bryce is in the house from Maine. Welcome. Ann's in the house. Hey, good evening, everyone. Ohio is in the house. Welcome. Glad you're here. Dale's Quails is in the house. Good evening, everyone. Wisconsin here. Is it Quailcon time yet? Not yet. Thankfully, I've still got a lot to do, but it is coming up. And you also donated $20 to the 1800 contest. All the flowers of tomorrow are in the seeds of today. Absolutely. Very well said. And thank you for supporting the next generation. I appreciate that. Really should have had another drink. Jose Javier is in the house. Just got to say, I've done hatches from 3 separate vendors. That's great. Hopefully they were all a success from you. Where did everything... Oh, there you are. I don't know what happened there. Well, good luck on the hatches, and hopefully you got great hatch rates. PJ's Family Farm is in the house. Hello, all you beautiful quail people in the house from Catskill Mountains in New York. Welcome. We're glad you're here. Also, PJ's Family Farm. She is an admin on the Self-Sufficient Quail Facebook group and Quailcon Facebook group. So thank you very much for your service. Blazing Bee is in the house. Myshire Egyptian Fee hatched. My first time. I'm on day 19. Ordered 25. Got 30. 1 was cracked. 5 were infertile. Hatched 18 so far. Still waiting on another 6. But that makes the hatch rate 72% so far. That is wonderful. Congratulations. If you're still on the Blazing Bee, you're on day 19. Let's just go all out for it. Increase your humidity 7 to 10%, increase your temperature 1 degree, and let it go for 48 hours and see if we can get those little babies out of the eggs. Hopefully that'll help. But so far, great. And obviously keep me posted on the final hatch. But you're doing great so far. That's great. Travis Hansen says, separated my quail into breeder groups. Got a total of 54 hens and 49 roosters. Pretty good numbers. All good and healthy birds that I got from eggs from you at Myshire. Well, thank you very much, and not bad numbers at all. Congratulations, and I'm glad they're thriving, and I'm glad you're doing extremely well. It sounds like you're doing great. Whiskey Tango Farm says Living Traditions is also doing a cup for 18 and under, I believe, correct? Yes, he actually talked to me or contacted me, I don't know, Thursday maybe, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday. God, I don't remember. Anyway, sometime this week he contacted me and we talked, and he shipped everything to me. So I'll be getting that this week, and then I'll do a video on that. Carissa and Cole says, we'll definitely have to check out that 18 under video. My son is the one who got us into the quail. Absolutely. Our heart is really in a good place with this. And I'm not just talking about Myshire. I'm talking about all the people involved, including the people that donate to the 18 under contest through the donations with the incubators and things like that. But I really do believe that the next generation really needs to get involved with self-sufficiency, with raising their own animals, with entrepreneur skills, and so much more. And this is just a small little thing that we can try to do to motivate them and help them. I know that Zeke from a couple months ago is thriving at his business and very motivated and very excited. I know a few of them are, and hopefully all of them are, but I've only heard from a few, and I think it's a great cause. Josh's Punk Rock Garden is in the house. Let's see. Jose Javier says, I've got to say I've done hatches from 3 vendors, and yours are the highest percentage going into lockdown than any other. 22 out of 25 in lockdown. Wonderful to hear. Good luck. Congratulations so far, and obviously keep me posted on the final hatch. If you're new, I ask for the hatch results because I have numbers that I keep, and I'm able to tell everybody what our average hatch rate is on shipped eggs for the year. So, for example, last year was, oh, I'm starting to forget now. What was it, 76% hatch rate on shipped eggs? Somewhere around there. I can't remember. I'd have to look. And then, this year we're sitting at... Yes, I do everything with notepads. Yep, everything's updated. Currently, we're sitting at 71.8. So we've actually improved dramatically. The first couple months were rough. The weather was really bad. The post office really messed me up, but everything's getting back on track. Spring's right around the corner, and man, the numbers that are coming in lately are fantastic. A. Jones is in the house. Hi, all. Checking in from the northeast tip of Ohio. Welcome. We're glad you're here. Katrina says, I have eggs in the incubator for my own eggs. That is awesome. Congratulations. That's really a huge milestone, to be honest. So you should be very happy and very excited. I think that's awesome. Congratulations. Juan Duran's in the house. Welcome. We're glad you're here. Jamie N is in the house. This might have been asked already, but when are you going to get live birds for sale again? We're taking a step back from live quail and shipping right now. So we've locked down the farm as far as pickups and tours go because of this avian influenza outbreak. It cannot get on the farm, and it cannot get into the quail barn for many different reasons. There's a lot of information out there about AI. And there's a lot of post office, there's a lot of this, that, and the other that really are over. I don't know how to word it. This AI thing is important, but you got to keep it in perspective. So there are millions of chickens and turkeys and everything that's been euthanized so far, which is awful. The majority of those have been from commercial farms that house them all together. Through the entire outbreak, and millions and millions and millions of turkeys and chickens and waterfowl and being euthanized, there's only been 38 cases of backyard flocks or coveys. Well, I guess they're all chickens or turkeys, so there's no coveys. Quail are coveys. Everything else is pretty much flock. Anyways, I'm rambling. So with that, we need to be proactive and keep our flocks and coveys safe, but in the grand scheme of things, it's not as bad as what some outlets are making it sound. Now, with that being said, we agreed that shipping live quail was a little bit different than shipping hatching eggs. And there's a lot of post office and there's a lot of this, that, and the other that once they get adult quail into their facility, they might overreact. And that might throw up a flag to hinder us in shipping at all. So to eliminate that, we're actually not going to be shipping any live quail until they get this under control. Which we don't know when it is. So until then, we're just going to be doing hatching eggs, and I'll have more to say about that at a later time. I'm actually waiting for Jim's boss to contact me and let us know that we made the right decision. So that might change. Might. But the way we were talking the other day with Jim, it all made sense in our heads. So we'll see how that goes. Bags of Love is in the house. My jumbo Egyptian, 6 weeks old. My first egg yesterday. Wonderful. Sounds like a lot of right at 6 weeks old or right before 6 weeks old, you're getting eggs. That is cool, especially since we breed for that. So we're trying to get you eggs as quickly as possible once they hatch out because... well, that's amazing about quail is they start laying eggs so quickly and ready to butcher so quickly. So we've really been working on that the past couple of years. So wonderful to hear. Thank you for letting me know, and congratulations. Genuine Toe Tag says, with changing food from starter, is it best to wait till the first egg comes? And I hear different things on feeding chicken feed. Is chicken feed okay, or do I need to stay with game bird feed? You don't need to stay with game bird feed. You can if you'd like. In fact, the video that we're going to be doing this week with Chris from Slightly Redneck will actually answer that a lot for you. But no, you can pretty much feed them a general layer feed, a chicken layer feed, whatever. Now, what I recommend is you go till 8 weeks on a starter grower, you know, a pheasant, a game bird, a turkey starter, whatever the case may be. Whatever your high protein starter is, you feed them that until 8 weeks old. And then for that week, you do half and half layer, half starter grower, and then just put them on a layer after that. If they're jumbos, then you go till week 10, and then from week 10 to week 11, you do half and half. You just go a little bit longer with those. But yeah, a general chicken feed will do just fine with that. Driftless Outdoors is in the house. Hello from South Central Wisconsin. Welcome. We're glad you're here. The Blazing Bee says, will I have to start worrying about AI hitting Louisiana down later down the road as there's more migration? Yeah, I do believe that it's going to hit every state before it's all over. And the migration is still going to be happening for a little bit longer, which is going to spread more. But I think that I don't know how to say it. I think the majority of backyard flocks are going to be okay. Just be mindful. Try to keep the wild animals away, and I think we'll be okay. Unfortunately and fortunately, so it's a double-edged sword kind of thing. A lot of the issues are happening in hatcheries, and that's bad. That's bad for a lot of reasons. It's bad for the economy. It's bad for this. It's bad for that, and this, that, and the other. But the backyard flocks are mainly doing okay. Again, out of all the ones they tested, 38 have tested positive for AI in backyard flocks. So just try to stay safe, and we'll get through it. I know it's not a great answer, but Gregory's in the house. Thank you, Zach. I received my order on Friday, and they went in the incubator yesterday. The quail I hatched from another place also laid the first egg yesterday. Awesome. Congratulations. A lot of egg laying going on around here. That's wonderful. Valerie Fender's in the house from Southwest Washington. Welcome. We're glad you're here. Bars Farm says, hit that like, guys. Absolutely. Support the channel. Our goal tonight is 120 likes. If you could be a part of that, I'd greatly appreciate it. Sharon Upshaw's in the house from Florida. Welcome. Hobby Farms in the house. Hey, my quail have not started laying eggs yet, and they are at least 2 inches tall, and they are living outside. 2 inches. That's a little small for laying eggs. Well, usually laying eggs will be anywhere from 6 to 8 weeks, but they need about 16 to 18 hours of light a day. So if they're 6 to 8 weeks old, make sure that they have 16 to 18 hours of light, and give them about 2 weeks, and they should be good to go. George is in the house from Virginia. Welcome. We're glad to hear. I'll be going to Virginia twice this year. Once for a family vacation that my grandma did without asking me and told my kids, so I have to go, but it's going to be fine. I should go anyway. And the other is Homesteaders of America. Me and my wife are actually going to go this year. It's going to be great. Let's see. Hobby Farm says the quail are 6 weeks old. Yeah, so anywhere from 6 to 8. If they're outside, they're going to lay a little bit later because it's not a controlled environment. So that would make sense for them to start laying at 7 to 8 weeks old, and just make sure they have that supplemental lighting. Bryce says, Friday was my birthday, and I got my very first ever quail egg Friday night. Super excited. Got another today. That's awesome. Congratulations. Happy belated birthday. And what a great surprise. Richie's in the house. Good evening, everyone from Avon, New York. Just got back from vacation to South Carolina from 80 to 28 degrees. I'm ready for sunshine. Just fired up the incubator, ready to go. Well, best of luck to you. And that's hard to go from 80 to 28. That's rough, but I'm sure you're happy you're home as well. Whiskey Tango Farm says like, comment, subscribe, notification bell. Absolutely. Thank you very much. We do have a lot of great videos coming this week. An AI update, a really funny bee video, and a great video from Chris and I from Slightly Rednecks. And I think that you will enjoy all three. Two of them are going to be very educational. The bee one is actually very educational as well. It just doesn't have anything to do with quail, but I thought it was really good. I watched it today and edited it, and I thought it was fantastic. PJ's Family Farm says, I put my growl feed mix with Tibetan eggs in the incubator this morning. Let's see what we get. You're going to get some dark birds. That's awesome. Congratulations and best of luck to you. Kitty Ball's in the house from Indiana. Welcome. Kind of neighbor. Glad you're here. Merv Weber's in the house from Alberta, Canada. Welcome. We're glad you're here. I really want to visit Canada. Me and my daughter a couple years ago were going up to New York, and I was going to take an extra day, and we were going to go to Niagara Falls. And I forget what happened, but she didn't want to do that. We did something else. We went somewhere else. Can't remember where that was. Can't remember where that was now, where we went. How do I not remember where we went? I don't remember. Verna says, Zach, when will you get your bees? The bees are here. They've been here since, well, this past Wednesday was a full week. But we'll be posting the video of me actually putting the bees in this week. And let's just say it's going to be, you're literally going to LOL. Like legit, you're going to laugh out loud in this video. It's a little long, halfway through. You're going to laugh out loud, and there's a lot of great information, and I thought it was awesome. So stay tuned for that. Mr. Jim 5280 says, hi, Zach, 30 eggs in the incubator on 322. Okay, 15 of the 30 eggs have hatched as of today. We still have 3 eggs that look developed but haven't hatched yet. 22. Yeah, let's go ahead and do the same thing. Try to get those 3 to hatch. Not too bad of a hatch. And obviously, so what I'd like you to do is increase your temp by 1 full degree and increase your humidity by about 7%. Leave it for about 48 hours. If they're going to hatch, that will make them hatch. If they're not going to hatch, they're done after 48 hours anyway. So keep me posted on that, and good luck to you, and let me know what the final hatch is. But best of luck to you. Cody's in the house. How many eggs would you say for just beginning? We are getting ready to move to family land and want to get our daughter involved. She's 3 with, she's 3, so with as fast as they grow, I think quail will be perfect. That's wonderful. So I usually recommend the 25 count, but I think I kind of like the 50 count. And let me explain why. So if you order 50, let's just say on average 30 are going to hatch. Well, out of those 30, you're going to get 15 hens, which means about 12 eggs a day, which is a lot. But if you've got a family, then you can use those, or you can sell some, or you can give them to family and friends, or you can, blah, blah, blah. If you do a 25 count, then we'll say 12 or 13 hatch. Half of those will be males, which means you get about 6, which means you get about 3 or 4 eggs a day, and you're just right on that cusp. So to be safe, 50, but I think if it's just you, if it's just a family of 3 with a 3-year-old, I think you could get away with a 25 count as well. But that's kind of the thought process behind it. Linda's in the house. So excited for Quailcon. We have our tickets already. Wonderful. Best of luck to you. And I can't wait to meet everybody. Last year, I think we had huge success. A lot of people learned a lot. A lot of people had a lot of fun. I heard a ton of great reviews. I think it was a blast, but I was slammed. And I talked to everybody, but I didn't talk to anybody. I mean, I was just moving with tours and with this and and this. And so we made it a 2-day event. And so the first day is just me just hanging out, talking, doing tours. And then that next day, that Sunday, I'm going to be listening to the speakers, and we're going to all hang out and have a dinner together. So I'm really excited to meet everybody and talk to everybody this year. PJ's Family Farm says, also got 2 big surprises this weekend. Discovered my 2 young Cooney girls look like they are going to Faro with in the next couple of weeks. That's awesome. Congratulations. And great timing. I wish I had your timing. That's awesome. Congratulations. Best of luck to you. And they are pretty cute. I should probably do an update on our Cooney pigs. Dr. Connie's in the house from Central Florida. Welcome. Glad you're here. Pris K is in the house. Hi from Central Illinois. I just ordered an incubator. Once it comes in, I can order your eggs. Super excited. Your birds are gorgeous. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. And best of luck to you. And I wish you all the best. And thank you for your support. And hopefully we can earn your business and help you out. Flew the Coop Farm says, hi from Urick, Missouri. Went to a small animal auction last night. Watched some jumbo wild quail. 3 groups of 9 sell for $11 a piece. Good price. Tanya says, we are going to Quailcon. I can't wait to meet you. That's awesome. Very excited about that. George says, I'm still researching a quail startup. We've got a lot of videos on our YouTube channel. We have a couple of recommendations on our YouTube channel to watch others as well, such as Slightly Redneck, Whiskey Tango Farms, Living Traditions Homestead, and obviously we've got some videos as well. So hopefully you can find which one works for you, and good luck on your journey. Dale's Quails again donated $20 to the 18 and under contest. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Hobby Farms in the house. No, it has been very warm in PA right now. It was 50 today and 60 all of last week. It has been freezing. I mean, today it's in the 60s, but this past week it's been 30s, 20s, 40s, and it's supposed to get cold again, but got to do what you got to do. Job still's got to get done. Marilyn Perry's in the house. Hello from North Carolina. Received our eggs in great shape this week and are now in the incubator. Still busy chasing bee swarms and ran out of extra equipment today. So hope they are done swarming. 22 hives. That's a lot of work. I've got 1 hive and it stresses me out. So that's awesome. Very cool. Well, best of luck with the hives and with the new eggs. I wish you all the best, and obviously keep me posted on the hatch. But good luck. Uncle Dude says, will Quailcon be televised? Nope, not this year. We are going to be doing some videos and some speakers and posting that on YouTube videos later on. That's what we've decided to do this year. Next year, we might make it a live event as well. But this year, we're just going to do videos and post them at later dates. And then some of what's going to happen at Quailcon is only going to happen at Quailcon. But a lot of the speakers will be posted on YouTube later on. William is in the house. Hello to everyone. Taylor, Michigan. Welcome. We're glad you're here. Not talking to me. Hobby Farms in the house. Welcome. Glad you're here. Egg Got Bait says, like, subscribe, and hit the notification bell. Absolutely. Thank you very much for your support. Linda is in the house from Texas. Welcome. Dusty Green is in the house from Nebraska. Welcome. Donna's in the house from Illinois. Glad you're here. Whiskey Tango Farm says, Whiskey Tango Farms might go to Quailcon, considering it. Just kidding. We are totally going and totally excited for year number 2. Absolutely. Well, they're not only coming, they're going to have a vendor table, and they're going to have they're going to be speaking and hanging out with all of us. So I'm very excited about all of that. Scott R. just donated $10. Thank you very much to the 18 and under contest, learning, growing, and paying it forward. Well, thank you very much. That will actually go to an incubator for a winner for the 18 and under contest to get the next generation involved with not just quail, but self-sufficiency in general, and trying to get them off the computers and onto the land. So thank you very much for your support. I appreciate that. David Lister says, we're on week 6 of our first covey of jumbo. We hope to be seeing our first egg soon. We have 16 hours of artificial light and have been grinding up a couple of eggshells for them every day. I would say by next Sunday, you're going to be letting us know that you've got eggs. So best of luck to you, and obviously keep me posted, but best of luck to you. That's great. Don Ray B is in the house. Welcome. Glad you're here. Richard Brown says hello from East Tennessee. Bees are swarming here. They're not very they were kind of active today. It was sunny out and kind of warm, but this past week they're like, yeah, we're just going to stay inside. So, but it won't take too much longer. Ohio weather. Witch Doctor says, who water glasses eggs? My quail eggs are only 2 to 3 weeks old and they are floating. I cracked a bunch open and they smell and look great. We have been eating them as well. Thoughts? We've tried it before, but we really haven't done it on a consistent basis. But it works. I mean, it works. Jasmine Bass is in the house. Hello, friends. Tuning in from Southwest Missouri. Hands are covered in soil from working in the garden. Bees are out. Quail are broody. I think spring is finally here to stay. All right, I need everybody to bring me that weather because it's been nasty out this week. But that probably means it's on my way. So I will take it. Today was really nice. That is wonderful to hear. Jasmine, I'm hoping to get with you this week. I'm feeling much better. I was going to get with you last week, but I don't think anybody wanted to talk to me last week. I still had to do the job, and I was just pooty about it all week because it was taking me forever. So I was mad at myself, and then I was injured, and blah, blah, blah. But I'm feeling much better. Vicky is in the house from Alabama. Welcome. We're glad you're here. Rio Salas is in the house. Welcome. We're glad you're here. Scott Reese is in the house. I just ordered some jumbo wild eggs, which won't be ready for about 8 weeks. Is it possible to add on an order of 25 egg jumbo white eggs also to the order? Yes, you can. In fact, I think I remember putting your name on the ship list today. I think you literally just ordered. Yeah, if you want to text me your order number and what you want to add, I'll send you an invoice and we'll just add it to the order since it's going to be a while anyway. That would not be a problem. Ryan is in the house from Maine. Welcome. Still waiting on our first round of eggs. Watched you grow over the years. Have had great luck with your eggs. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. And good luck on your journey with Caternix Quail. And if you ordered eggs from us, I will get them out as quickly as possible. I promise. I did not mention this. I probably should have, but we're at 34,700 subscribers, guys. I really do, honestly, deeply appreciate all of you that watch the videos, contribute to the videos, like the videos, subscribe to the channel, share the videos, get the word out about the videos and about Myshire. You guys are awesome. Thank you very much. I am doing my very best to put quality content out to help you on your journey. And I really do appreciate all of you accepting that. So thank you very, very much. I really appreciate it. And we are only 10 likes away from hitting our goal tonight. So hit the like button, guys. Ryan says, first round for 3 years, stop selling after COVID. Absolutely. Well, I'm glad you're getting back into it. That's wonderful to hear. Don Ray B says, I put some of my own eggs in an incubator. I guess I'll soon figure out if I still have a rooster or not. There you go. Absolutely. Gosh, I hope you didn't lose the rooster. Good luck. Keep me posted, please. I'd really like to know. Patricia's in the house from South Carolina. Welcome. We're glad you're here. Donna's in the house. I gave up my quail due to upcoming surgery. I live alone. Well, hopefully it goes very well for you. I wish you a very fast recovery, and hopefully you'll get back into it. Witch Doctor's in the house. Psycho Word 360 says hi from Las Vegas. He has his hands in hydrated lime. Well, tell him I said hi and good luck. The Grazing Farm says hi, Zach. I had a solid demo hatch run. 79%, not your eggs. That's still great. I'm okay with that. Good job. When would you cut off the hatching to avoid late hatchers with feet issues? Well, what I like to do is, well, it depends on what I'm hatching out and why I'm doing it. What I would recommend to you, I'll put it that way. is let it go. Once you don't get any eggs for 24 hours straight, there's absolutely no reason not to try. So you bump up the temperature, you bump up the humidity, and you force those little suckers out. If that doesn't work, then nothing was going to work anyway. So that's kind of my thought process. So, you know, if they start hatching on day 16 and they hatch on day 17 and 18, maybe you get a straggler on day 19 and then nothing after that. Well, then, you know, um, then bump up the temperature and humidity and try it. Once you do that, I prefer to give them at least 48 hours to do that, but I don't think it hurts anything. But you could also call it quits too. It really depends on what you want to do, but I like doing that just to be safe. Christy Tanner says hello, a little late. Looking forward to Sunday nights. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate it. I'm glad I'm back. I'm going to be honest, I was miserable last week. But I'm glad that I am feeling better. And it's nothing like getting injured or getting over being sick that you really appreciate your health. You know what I mean? So I'm glad about that. Nash is in the house. Welcome. We're glad you're here. Fran Crow says, hey, Zach, did you find someone to record at Quailcon? I have not yet. And, you know, it's not on my to-do list yet. I was going to say, I don't even think it is. It is, but I'm not actually working on Quailcon until 2 weeks. I've got some more stuff I got to do first. But I do have a couple leads, actually, so that's pretty exciting. I've got someone that's pretty close, and I've actually witnessed their equipment and their product before a couple different times, and I didn't even think about this person. So hopefully we can entice them to do it. So we'll see how it goes. But I have not reached out yet. Dusty Green says, just hatched my first quail. I had 15 eggs and 12 hatched. Can't wait to get my eggs from Myshire. That's awesome. Congratulations. Best of luck to you. And that's a great hatch. 12 out of 15. That's awesome. Congratulations. And I will get your eggs out as quickly as I possibly can. We are, I think, March 12th now. But by Saturday, I'm projecting to be up to March 24th. So we're making progress. Stressing me out. It's stressing me out. Witch Doctor says, with our Walmarts running out of eggs and prices going up, I'm conflicted if I should sell eating eggs or not. I mean, if you got them, sell them. Right? Ryan's in the house. Heartless. The hashtags always confuse me. Let's see. Heart Let's Happy Fish in Maine. Welcome. We're glad you're here. Let's see. 147. Jeez. Stresses me out. 140 days for me to get all this stuff done. It's going to be great. It's going to be great. No, I'll start working on it in about 2 weeks. And when I put my mind to something, I usually get it done pretty quickly. Woman of Spirit is in the house. Blessings, beautiful quail people. Welcome. We're glad you're here. Bonnie's in the house from Maine. A lot of Maine tonight. Well, Maine-anites? I don't know. I just make up words. But a lot of people from Maine. Welcome. We're glad you're here. Psycho Word 360 says, hello all from the Quail backyard in Vegas. Welcome. We're glad you're here. And hopefully you're cleaning up now from your Lyme. Bobby's in the house from Pittsboro, North Carolina. Welcome. We're glad you're here. Bethany Reed is in the house. One little quail hatched so far. We have a lot of pips. Very excited. That is awesome. Best of luck to you. And it's going to be a long 48 to 72 hours for you. It just seems like time stands still. But best of luck to you, and I wish you all the best. I'm sure you'll do great. Let's see. Uncle Dude says, how many square feet of cage do you need for each breeding set of 5 to 1? Well, I prefer and I use colony cages. So I've got, whatever, 50 and 10, or whatever the case may be, 50 hens and 10 males. So I like doing colony cages. It's less feeders, it's less waters, it's less this, that, and the other. But the thing you want to keep in mind is 3 quail per square foot. So WCW says, I can't wait till I get my quail eggs. Tracking says it's still in Ohio. Shipped them yesterday. Yeah, they're probably in Cincinnati. That makes sense. That makes sense. Well, I'm glad they're on their way. So keep us posted on that. Ryan says, I love the 360. A lot of people really like the Nurture Right 360. It did well for us. George says, I agree with self-sufficient skills. That's why I'm looking into this. Absolutely. And there's nothing faster than Caternix Quail. I love it. Lunar Moon Dust is in the house. Hi, Zach. My dad, Ranger, ordered 75 wild and 25 Egyptians on April 1st. Any idea if you're going to ship him next week? A lot of people ordered on April 1st. But if you want to text me an order number, I can look and get you an ETA. But a lot of people ordered on April 1st. So yeah, I would need an order number through text, and then I can look it up for you. And I can get you a fairly accurate ETA within a few days. Jamie N has announced this, might have been asked before, but are you going to get in more live birds for sale? I am not. We've actually decided, and I'll be doing a video on this later this week, but we have decided, not 100% confirmed. We're waiting on the boss to call us back, the expert to call us back, but it looks as though that we're probably not going to be shipping live quail until they get this AI under control, for a couple different reasons. But it would be a real big bummer to ship out live birds and then they're next to some chickens on the flight or the back of the truck or something, and then those chickens give the quail AI, and then all of a sudden there's a lot there. So that's something to be worried about, but we're going to talk to somebody this week and see if we're overreacting or we're doing the right thing or what. But as of right now, no live birds until we get the AI under control. La Rochelle Farm says, hello everyone from down in Florida. Welcome, I'm glad you're here. Why did I, down in Florida? You on vacay? I thought you don't live in Florida. Let's see. Kristen Cooper says, yeah, I finally made a Sunday. My babies are doing great. Thank goodness for my battery backup at lockdown. That is wonderful to hear. I'm glad they're doing well for you. And congratulations. A couple weeks, you'll start getting eggs. So best of luck to you. 160 acre homestead says 120 eggs, day 8. Thermometer says 99. Incubator says 101.5. Little Giant air circulated. Is this okay? Yes, trust the thermometer. The Little Giant can do very well for you, but it does lie. So yeah, that sounds right. When we used the Little Giant, I think it was off by a degree as well. So that would make sense. Christy says, Zach and everyone involved in the 18 under, I so appreciate every one of you. My granddaughter has become involved with her grandpa and all of your help with selling quail. So proud of her. That's awesome to hear. Congratulations. And tell her good luck. And grandpa. Tell them both good luck. I'm glad that they're doing that together. And that's another really cool reason why I love Caternix Quail. Because it seems as though that it really brings, father and son, father and daughter, grandparents and grandchildren together. And, it's fun to do together. It's something they can all do together. So that I'm very happy to hear that. Congratulations and thank you and good luck to them. We just got a $100 donation from Chuck Wright to the 18 and under contest. Thank you very, very much. I really appreciate that. I do believe that with last week and what's already been done today, plus this, we have our money for the next incubator for the 18 and under contest. Thank you very much for your support. I really appreciate that. That is very, very generous of you. Thank you very, very much. And that will go to the next incubator. So thank you very much for that. That's huge. So any donations for the rest of the month will go to Quailcon to put on an amazing event for everybody coming. But Chuck, thank you very, very much. I really appreciate that. La Rochelle Farm is obviously disappointed in me for some reason. I don't know what I did this time, but probably deserve it, so I'm good. Let's see. James Pose Quad. I probably butchered that, but I tried, so, that's something. Hi, I have a question. How much money would I make in a week with 27 jumbo? Ooh, well, that is impossible for me to say. Okay, so if you got 27 jumbo, you need some males. So out of those 27, let's just say you got, I don't know, 21 hens. I would leave you 6. 5, 10, 15, 20. You wouldn't need that many, so we'll say 23. Yeah. All right, so let's say 23. 4, 5, 6, 7. No. All right, 22 hens out of the 27. So you got 22 hens, you'll probably get 17 or 18 eggs a day. If you're just wanting to sell them all, I mean, it depends on what you sell them all. We sell our jumbos anywhere from 75 to 80 cents. So, you know, we'll just say 20 eggs a day, which would be, I don't know, you'd be looking at about 15 bucks a day. Rich says hi from Michigan. Welcome, glad you're here. Christina says, this might be a dumb question, but my quail are kept in a rabbit hutch outside, next to my house. They are in the shade, so will that affect their egg laying? They are still young, about 7 weeks old. They will. It's not a dumb question. It's a very common question and a very good question to ask. Yes. Well, if you have supplemental light, then no, it won't affect anything. If you don't have supplemental light, then yes, the shade will affect them even more. But if you put some Christmas lights around that hutch, leave them where they're at in the shade, and they'll be very happy during the summer and the hot months, and the Christmas lights will give them enough light to lay throughout the year. So yeah, you should be good. Just make sure they have supplemental light so they can lay for you. Tim is in the house. Hey everyone, happy Sunday from Michigan. Welcome, we're glad you're here. Richard Brown says, I have had a lot of newbies get quail for me, and they like it when I tell them to keep my number and call with any questions. Some do more than others, but glad I can help where I can. That is wonderful to hear, and hopefully that's what we're building as a community, is helping each other out and spreading the word and encouraging, educating, and enthusing others to become more self-sufficient. That's wonderful. Congratulations. The Rochelle Farm says we're in Connecticut had confirmed case in backyard flock down, but we in Connecticut had confirmed case in backyard flock down by the shore. Ohio had their confirmed about, I think it was near Cleveland. So it's, I don't know, 3-4 hours away from us, but it was a backyard flock. He had 18 chickens and they euthanized 12 of them. Which is kind of a bummer, but that's the only one they found so far in Ohio. So that's not the worst. And he still has some to rebuild, so could have been a lot worse. George says, should I hold off jumping on board because of AI virus? That's a good question. I don't think so. AI is always going to be around. This year is just a little bit more pathogenic. And once the migration is over, it's going to settle down. Eggs can carry it, but it's very unlikely. Quail can carry it, also very unlikely. Plus, they're usually, in a cage. They're usually indoors, and if they're not indoors, they're usually housed alone, separate from any other. So it's very unlikely that quail will get it. It's a possibility, so don't just assume that they can't. They can, but it is a little unlikely. But it's never too early to start your quail journey. David Ruff donated $10 to the to Quailcon. Thank you very, very much. I appreciate your generosity. Hey, Zach, hope the pigs are doing better. Just send you an email. Our quail from you are doing great. May see you at Quailcon, but work comes first, so we will see. Awesome. Congratulations. And hopefully we can meet you at Quailcon. I'd love to. And the pigs are doing well. They're growing, and they're as cute as can be. We actually moved them about a week or two ago, and they're having a lot of fun. So that's wonderful. And thank you very much for the donation. The Blazing Bee says Egyptian feet hatch. I'm still here. I had already increased the temp a half degree, so just now increased another half degree and put a wet sponge in there. Thanks for the advice. So now the temp is set at 100.5. That's great, awesome, and good thinking since you already increased it. Please keep me posted on the hatch, and best of luck to you. And yeah, 48 hours, and let's see where we're at. Kiki is here. Yeah, she is here. Michael Bruce is in the house. Craig, Colorado, Quail Quest Farms, like the name. Just getting ready to start hatching and selling. 4 questions. Number 1, tap water. Ours gives us heartburn and sometimes diarrhea. Do you think it'll be okay? Well water's fine for our quail, so I would assume. Uncle Dude says, at what age do you move from brooder box to cages? I move mine from the brooder to the cages at 3 weeks old. If it's dead of winter, do it at 4, but the rest of the year you could do it at 3 and they're fine. They're fully feathered at 3. Lunar Moon Dust says, my dad was telling me there's a contest for kids. There is. It's an 18 and under contest. And if you type in the search bar on the YouTube channel, 18 and under contest by Myshire Farm, it'll pop up, show how to enter, what all you could win, plus we've added a lot more since then. Genuine Toe Tag says, with the Winola cage, how many jumbos do you put in each cage? I'm pretty sure they have different sizes, and I'm pretty sure that you can either do colony or you can do separate dividers. I do believe so. That would change, but I do recommend. Well, let's see. The most we do in the small little sections is 4 and 1 is what we do, but I think there's a bunch of different sizes that you can go by. So the big thing you want to know is 3 quail per square foot. Dr. Connie says, along with trying to vent sex, male, female is pretty easy to watch from who is crowing in the mornings. Just saying, absolutely. That's also true. Let's see. La Rochelle Farm says, just posted on BYC. Let's see if she shows up. She is. She's here. Just had to give her some time. Rebel says, I finally made it to a live. Welcome. We're glad you're here. Thanks for showing up. I really appreciate it. And we did. We hit 138 likes. Our goal tonight was 125. I didn't know how it was going to go because I kind of missed. I was pretty absent last week on all social media. So I didn't know if that was gonna hinder us. But we're at 139 likes, so I really appreciate it. I guess I'm getting greedy, but could we hit 150? I don't know. Hit the like button, support the channel. I greatly appreciate it. Kiki's in the house. Hi, guys. I'm late as usual, but I'm here. Well, welcome. We're glad you're here. Josh's Punk Rock Garden says, my friend's Murray McMurray order got screwed up because of the AI outbreak. That is very unfortunate. I did see that video this week. That my heart goes out to them. I know that it wasn't all of their, I don't know how they word it. I know it was just one of the farms, but it was their biggest, and that's devastating. But at least they got to keep the eggs, and they can build back up. But man, that's a lot of logistics they're going to have to work out. That's awful. It's awful. Ranger Davis is in the house. Welcome. Glad you're here. Michael says number 3. I think I missed number 2 somewhere. No. Doesn't look like it. Let's see. What type of bulb should I use for artificial light? It really doesn't matter. It really doesn't matter. Any light will do. They will be housed in a 6-foot by 8-foot shed. Last, I plan on treating my cage wood with boiled linseed oil. Will this be okay? I would assume that'd be okay. I've never tried it though. Somebody might have tried that and can let you know, but I would assume it's fine. Nabiki's in the house. Welcome. Merritt Quail has arrived late, but I made it. Well, welcome. We're glad you're here. And She did a video with me a couple weeks ago about BYC. If you've not checked that out, please do so. I thought she did a fantastic presentation. I was really excited about it. And I saw that some people joined and are very happy that they joined BYC because of it. And if you don't know what BYC is, check out that video. We just got a donation from Debbie at She Shed Homestead, $10 to Quailcon. Thank you very, very much. I appreciate all the support. And we are going to make this a huge event. And we're actually going to Homesteaders of America at the end of the month to steal some ideas and talk to some different people. And we're going to blow it up this year. I'm really excited about some things that I can't talk about yet. And it's killing me. That's why people don't give me secrets. Because I can't keep my mouth shut. But I'm going to do it this time. I'm just don't like it. But thank you very much for the donation. I appreciate that. Hi, Zach. Hatched 21 out of 25 SSCs. Wonderful to hear. Thank you very much for letting me know. SSC. That is wonderful numbers. Congratulations on that. I like to hear it. Thank you very much. Rebels. Oh, is that where I was? Yep, that's where I was. Rebel says, I just finished my quail hutch. Now I can officially start my quail keeping. Awesome. Congratulations and best of luck to you. That's very rewarding. That's very cool. Pat yourself on the back. Amy B's in the house. Woohoo, I made it. Maybe see you at HOA, Zach. I will be at Homesteaders of America in Tennessee at the end of the month. And then I'll also be there in Virginia sometime in October. I don't remember when. But I'm very excited about both. The one in Tennessee, we're actually going to be able to sit down and talk to a lot of the speakers. And I can't wait to learn a lot, to be honest with you. George is in the house, says I'll have to look up Homesteaders of America. Yeah, it's pretty cool. I would not have went to the Tennessee one without, well, I wouldn't have done that one. But I definitely wanted to go into the Virginia one, and then someone found out, and then we were, well, I'm very excited to go to both. They have one in Tennessee at the end of the month, and they have one in October in Virginia, and that one's going to be massive, massive. It's going to be really cool. There's a lot of different things going on there, but the speakers are really, I'm very excited about. The topics I'm very excited about, and so I'm really excited. No one's talking to me anymore. I'm just trying to find my next spot. I'm sorry. Rebel says, I have this channel. All of the comments and videos have really helped me learn. Well, thank you very much. I'm glad that we could help out. And hopefully we'll be able to send you more videos to help you on your journey with Coturnix Quail. Thanks for sharing and letting me know. Verna donated $10 to Quailcon. Thank you very much. Not only is she donating, but she's going to be helping out at Quailcon like she did last year. And she's going to be speaking at Quailcon. So I'm very excited about all of it, to be honest with you. So that's very, very exciting. And thank you very much for your generosity. Dr. Connie says, I've reached a new level in understanding and appreciation of self-sufficiency recently, eating all the eggs for my hens, egg salad every day, now hatching more for meat. That is awesome. Congratulations. And it's amazing once you start eating farm fresh or backyard fresh, it's a mental thing. Like you feel healthier. Like it's really cool. And best of luck to you. I know you're doing really, really well. Little Ducks is in the house. Welcome. Glad you're here. Val Mack is in the house. Good evening, all. Hope everyone is doing good. Absolutely. Thanks for being here. I appreciate it. Let's see. Patricia's in the house. Good evening from Virginia. Welcome. We're glad you're here. Whiskey Tango Farm says, can't wait to see bee videos. Someday, eventually, we'll get tested to see if I'm allergic to honeybees too or just hornets. Want bees, but also don't want to die. Understand that. I've only been stung 3 times so far, which is really not that bad considering the video I'm going to show you. I had the whole suit on and I had the gloves on and I was doing it. And he was like, all right, you got to take the queen out. And I could not grip, like I could not feel. So I took the glove off while they were all swarming and I kind of jolted and they freaked out. So I got stung 3 times in the video. But you won't notice. We got done with the video and the Bee Guy Supply's wife was there. And she's like, oh, so no one got stung? And I said, no, I got stung 3 times. She goes, oh, well, you did great. Didn't even know. I was like, but I haven't been stung since, so I'm pretty excited about that. Rob Me Too says I have my quail eggs and they're supposed to hatch in 2 or 3 days. I checked the eggs in the light and it's solid, but I'm afraid they are not fertile or there's any indication if eggs are bad. If I don't know what you mean by solid, but if you can't see through it, then they're not infertile. If they're solid, that means they're ready to hatch. Doug is in the house. This guy makes things right. It takes him a minute because he's very busy, but takes care of customers in the end. I recommend. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. And yeah, I do believe that it was La Rochelle Farm that asked maybe a month or 2 ago on a live, how long can I keep this up? As far as, doing the lives and doing the videos and running the business and running the farm and 120 texts a day and emails and this, that, and the other. And I'm going to have to make some changes. Like for example, I don't answer the phone anymore. I just can't do it. I'm in the quail barn 12, 14, 16 hours a day. I can't hear in there. Even if I do answer the phone, there's no way you would hear me with all those males in there. So it's just pointless. And by the time I get into the house, I just can't. It's family time and this, that, and the other. So I only do texts and emails. But even if you leave a voicemail, I text you back with a reply. I think the only thing that's going to change is the time frame of me getting back to you. Because I just can't. There's so much to do. Doing my phone every day takes about 2 to 3 hours. There's so much I could get done in 2 to 3 hours. So sometimes I just have to skip and say, this has got to get done. Yeah, so it might take me a day or 2 or maybe even 3 to respond, but I promise I'll get back with you. And, that's how I want to run the business. So we'll keep doing it. Val says my thermometer setting only does whole numbers. Is 99 or 100 better? 100. 100's better. Just make sure it's reading correctly. Patricia says, is there anyone who can give me an idea how many quail I need to keep and hatch in order to have approximate 1 quail dinner twice a month for 2 people? My wee brain just cannot think it through. I actually have a video on that. That's how... I forget what it's called. Oh, look, it's quail math, but I forget which quail math it is. But let's see. Patricia, just, I don't know, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, like 15 comments down from where you asked that. Ed Got Bait actually put a link to a video that goes exactly into that and how many you need and the math behind it and the thought process behind it. So that should help a lot. Kiki says, I got to go. Just stop by to say hi real quick. See you later. Thanks for showing up. I appreciate it. And if you are on BYC, make sure you check Kiki out. She is, I'm going to word this wrong, but she's like the #1 helper with quail on BYC. Like, she responds the most and she's got the most points and she's, I don't know. I watch the video and you'll see. But she does really well and very knowledgeable. Merv says, Canada is awesome. Was 42 degrees Celsius in the summer for a few days, 170 degrees Fahrenheit to -40 in January. Once you get past that, it's great. Ooh, that sounds awful, to be honest with you. I still want to check it out. Val says, yes, a digital and meat thermometer. Then yeah, 100 and better. Carolyn says, hi, neighbor from Franklin, Ohio. You are a neighbor. You're Verna's neighbor as well. Excited for eggs I ordered to arrive. Thank you all for the helpful information regarding quail care and hatching. Awesome. Well, best of luck to you. I will get them out as quickly as possible. I hate that I am shipping eggs to someone that's 25, 35 minutes away. It drives me crazy. But my gosh, if I got something in that barn, I don't know what I would do, to be honest with you. Yeah, so it's annoying, but I got to keep it safe for everybody, for sure. I will get them out as soon as possible, and thanks for ordering. I appreciate it. Val says, I can only adjust the one in the incubator in whole numbers. Forced air. Yeah. 100 is better than 99. Scott R. again donated $10, learning, growing, and paying it forward to the next generation. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. That was towards the 18 and under contest. Rob Me Too says, I'm your subscribers. I've been watching all your videos, just not joining your live chat. I just listened. Thank you. Awesome. Well, thanks for being here. I appreciate it. And hopefully we can help you on your journey with quail. Katie Bella Creations is in the house from New Jersey. Welcome. We're glad you're here. Let's see. I'm going to destroy it, but I'm going to try it. Thoiba, I hope I said that correctly, says hello from India. Welcome. Very cool that you're here. Glad you're here. George, I did not see this one earlier. I apologize. George donated $3 to the 18 and under contest. Thank you very much. I really appreciate that. And it's going to a great cause. Brad Hill says, where do we need to make reservations at hotels for Quailcon? You can try TripAdvisors or something like that. I have heard, so Centerville is close, Miamisburg is close, and Austin Landing is close. So Miamisburg's a small town, but it's quite long, to be honest. And we are dead center of Miamisburg. So if you go this way, it's kind of like downtown Miamisburg, and the hotel prices are a little bit cheaper. If you go this way, towards Miamisburg, it's, you know, on the outskirts of Miamisburg, but there's a place called Austin Landing, and it's newly built, just a couple years old. A lot of restaurants, you know, a lot of shopping, a lot of just cool stores there, and a lot of hotels. So that's a really cool place as well. Centerville is very nice. But yeah, I would just, you can look on our website and see our address. I would just put, you know, hotels near me at, you know, in our zip code or whatever, and it'll give you a lot of different options. But from what I've heard, a lot of people are doing TripAdvisor and getting the best deals. Art by Karen says, howdy, I can't wait to order my quail eggs from you. I have built a frame for my quail aviary. Next, I need to wire it in and make a secure entrance. I'm getting ready before I order. That is awesome. Congratulations. It sounds like you're doing fantastic, so congratulations on that, and best of luck to you. And just remember, I am on standard colors about 4 to 6 weeks out, and jumbos I am 8 to 10 weeks out. So just keep that in mind, that you might want to order a little before you're ready. So because of that. La Rochelle Farm, I'm going to be honest. I think that you would be great at speaking at Quailcon, to be honest with you. I mean, I have to get you to get here first. That's what I would worry about. I can't get you to confirm. But no, I think you would be great at talking, especially by next year. I think you would be great at talking. Witch Doctor says, we're in the 90s already. You don't have to rub it in. Let's see. Katrina says, dude, Zach, it was 95 Wednesday and 92 Thursday. Glad we're back to normal April weather now. The bunnies were hot. They have solar powered fans, and I gave them frozen water bottles. Well, our water is still freezing, so. Thoibos says, good morning in India. Welcome. We're glad you're here. Katrina says, wow, that's a big number. For what? Oh, yeah, subscribers. Yeah, we're doing great. Thank you very much to all of you that are hitting the like button, sharing, and watching, and everything. You guys are awesome. Thank you very much. La Rochelle Farm says, if I go to Quailcon, Verna said I could stay in the same room. She keeps her little litter litter box in. She is so kind. Isn't she now? Very generous. Whiskey Tango Farm says, you hit 34,000. We just hit 1,000. We are just a baby channel. LOL. Can't even fathom 34,000. So proud of you and Jenna. Congratulations. So awesome. Well, yeah. So we can talk about that for a second. It's hard not to compare, but just remember, we've had this channel. I mean, we haven't really used it, but we've had this channel since 2016. We didn't use it for years, but we've also been building a name, and we've been getting the word out, and we've been, I mean, this is years and years and years of working at it. And I do believe, I'd have to look, but your YouTube channel is less than a year old. So you're much faster along than what we were. I think it took us years to hit 1,000. So consistency is key, and I think you're doing great. Let's see. Egg Got Bait says, Zach was 34.7 thousand subs as a few minutes ago, and that's awesome. Absolutely. Looks like I still am, but that's not wonderful numbers. Valerie says, if I place an order for 25 jumbo mix, is it taking 8 to 10 weeks to ship? Just trying to plan with a busy spring ahead. Just hatched 19 from our last order. Honestly, yes. I'm looking at about 9 weeks out right now. But I've also got 1, 2, 3, 4. Yeah. I've got 400 grow outs that just started laying pullet eggs that are all jumbos this week. So that means a week from today, I can start using those eggs to get orders out. So that's gonna shorten the time frame. But I mean, obviously, I have to weigh them. I have to check the eggs first. So I don't really want to count them yet. So, but we will send you a tracking number a few days in advance. I wasn't gonna say it, but see, I can't keep secrets. What is my problem? We have actually reached out to a few hatcheries to help us find out how they do it, as far as being able to keep you guys posted. I looked into a website designer, and to get that thing, look, I just don't know technology, and I'm gonna be honest, I'm not interested in it either. I'll do what I have to do to make it work, but it's not for me. It's not for me. Anyways, so I talked to them, and they wanted obscene amounts of numbers to do the pick your ship date week thing. And I can't spend that money. It was my jaw dropped. I was like, so I am actually going to call in some favors and see if one of the hatcheries that I have spoken to before will maybe let me buy their, what is it, technology or software is the word, and that might help a lot, but I don't even know if they'll do it. John says, hello, I'm new to the channel, and I was interested in buying quail, but I had a question. How fresh are the eggs once they're shipped? They're shipped same day as they're laid, same day as shipped. So as fresh as I can make them. So it usually takes about 3 to 4 days to arrive, depending on where you're at. Sometimes 2 days, but 3 to 4 days once they're arrived. And usually you don't lower fertility. Fertility usually doesn't drop until at least day 7. And even then it's 3-5%. So it's not even that bad. But no, we ship them out every day, and we ship them out as soon as they're laid every day. It's exhausting, and it takes so much of my time, but I think that's what you guys deserve. Ora Johnson says, I'm so proud of my Myshire. I'm so proud of Myshire. I know it has been a big job, and I'm glad for all of you and your crew to do for us. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. And I'm glad that we could help. Honestly, I really am. So thank you very much for watching and learning and being excited about it. That excites me when I see others being excited about it. WCW says, what's the difference between jumbo and Coturnix quail? They're the same thing. Jumbo are Coturnix quail. Jumbo just what's the word I'm looking for? Jumbos only. What is the word I'm looking for? It starts with an R. Okay, I'll say it in a different way because I can't think of the word right now. Jumbo only describes the weight, but they're all Coturnix. So whether they're SSCs or GPCs or Rosettas or Tibetans or Jumbo Wilds or Jumbo Whites or Jumbo Egyptians or Jumbo Sexlings, whatever, they're reference. Yep, refer. Wow, really? Really? I couldn't think of that word. Maybe I should get some more sleep. Yeah, jumbo only refers to the weight, but they're all Coturnix. So jumbos, technically, for the longest time, jumbos mean anything that's over 10 ounces or above at 10 weeks old that continues to keep that weight generation after generation after generation. A lot of people say, I have not had any of that today. I don't know who just said that. It just went away. But a lot of people say, well, anything can become jumbo. That's not accurate. That's not accurate because some colors will not maintain that jumbo size. And just because you have a Tibetan that weighs 13 ounces, it will not, their babies will not weigh that. And within 2 or 3 generations, it'll go back down to 8 or 9 ounces every time. Tibetans just do not keep the weight and breed true. So yeah, it needs to maintain that weight, and the jumbos only refer to the size, not what they actually are. John said, oh, I already read that one. Steven is in the house from Wyoming. Welcome, glad you're here. Scuba Healer's in the house. If my incubator was down to 80 for about an hour on day 11, did I kill all of them? An hour. Day 11. It might have done some damage to a few, but the majority should still be okay. And there's no reason to not give up. Or there's no reason to give up. Keep going, is what I meant to say. It came out way wrong. Kyle Homewood is in the house. Welcome. Glad you're here. Andrea Perry says, hi all, enjoying the nice weather, taking a break from getting house ready to put on the market. My quail are going to be travelers. There you go. That's awesome. Best of luck to you, and hopefully you get great deals on the house, and you love the new place you're going to. Best of luck to you. Little Ridge Farm is in the house. Just stopped in to say hi, y'all. Busy night for me. Well, glad you're here. Thanks for showing up, and I appreciate you, and hopefully you get all your stuff done. Welcome. Chuck Wright is in the house. Hello from Corpus Christi, Texas. Welcome. We're glad you're here. And you were so generous to donate $100 to the 18 and under contest. Thank you very, very much. That's very generous of you. Thank you very much. Maniacs. That's not true though, right? Rob Me Too says, hello, question, is there any indication close to hatching if eggs are bad? They won't hatch. No, I mean, you can candle them. But I do think I remember you saying that you candled and they were dark, which means they were fertile, which means they'll hatch. You just got to give it a little bit more time, I do believe. Kyle says, I have 103 eggs in 2 different incubators and 2 weeks apart of hatch time, so busy guy here. Absolutely, that is a lot to manage, absolutely. Best of luck to you. When I order eggs, should I have them shipped to the postal office? Or home. It's completely up to you. If you don't mark it, they're automatically going to come to your house, but there's a note section at checkout that you can put, hold at post office, and then that's what we'll do, and they'll call you when they get there. But usually they just go straight to your house, which is more convenient, but some people don't like it, so it's a personal choice. It's a good question. Not talking to me. David, seriously, they are called maniacs? No. I'm starting to believe you guys, and then I'm going to find out that I'm been had. No way. I've never heard that in my life. Of course, I don't know if I've ever heard someone... I'll have to look it up now. I don't know if you guys are pulling my chain. Carolyn Stoner says, I plan on sharing with a friend if I have a higher hatch rate. Excited. That's awesome. Best of luck to you, and hopefully you get an amazing hatch rate and get someone else addicted to quail. Or it says, how important is to be MPIP certified? If you're crossing state lines, it's legal. It's mandatory if you're going to cross state lines with them. But it's a great resource, so I think everybody should do it. Really, maniacs? I never would have guessed that word in my entire life. Again, Chuck Wright, you donated $100. I know I've mentioned it a couple times, but it's very generous of you. Thank you very much. And it will go to the incubator for next month's 18 and under contest. And you just made a big kid smile very widely. So thank you very much. Alan Floyd says, if not shipping live birds, what are you doing with them? We'll just keep selling hatching eggs. I don't know. We just won't. I mean, we'll hatch out for us, but we just won't keep hatching to sell at the time. Again, that's not been 100% confirmed. I got to talk to somebody next week. But it made sense in my head. And when we were all talking the other day. Lee's Quail says, hello, everyone from Oklahoma. Welcome. Glad you're here. Chuck Wright says, I have your great grand eggs in the incubator now. Well, it sounds like you are productive and doing well. So congratulations and best of luck to you. That's super exciting. Andrea Perry says, my good friend just ordered feather sexable last week. I'm so excited for her. Her little ones are going to love them. She watched your videos too. My Shire quail are headed to the North Pole. Awesome. Well, I will get them out as quickly as possible, and hopefully they have a great hatch, and the kids and your friend all have a great time with them. I wish them the best. Well, considering it only takes like 5 weeks to get them to start laying, I'm not that old. Tommy Texter's in the house. Welcome. Glad you're here. Andrea Perry's in the house. Art by Karen says, I like the look of the golds and the rosettas, and I am deciding which to choose. My preferences for egg laying. Are they comparable? Egg laying, rosetta. Well, they're comparable. Oof. Rosettas are the best egg layers. The most consistent. Golds are in the top 4, so they're a little less than rosettas, but the golds are feather sexable and the rosettas are not. So I cannot tell you what to do. That is the information I can give you. David Ruff, again, donated $10 to the Quailcon. Thank you very, very much. I really appreciate that. Thank you for your support. Rich Brown says, I just went to solar LED Christmas lights. Anyone use them? And do they work okay? I do have, I don't know, 3, 4, 5, 6 of my customers that use those, and they're working great, and the eggs are rolling, and the hens are just doing what they're supposed to do. The males are doing what they're supposed to do, so they're working just fine so far. Tommy says, last week you were asked if you can liquefy quail poop. You said yes. Can you explain how? Nope. I sure can't. I would not be able to explain it in a way that would make sense to anyone because it's in my head and then I would get confused. But you can, and I will try to reach out and get the expert. When are they supposed to be back? Let's see, January, February, March. Wait. April, May, June, July, August. They're not supposed to be back until August. I'll try to get them to do the video. Christina says, thank you very much for answering my question. Your content is very helpful and I enjoy it very much. I made sure to like, subscribe, and ring the bell for notification on your videos. Well, thank you very much. We've got some good videos coming your way. And thanks for liking, thanks for watching, and I'm glad we could help. We did hit over 150 likes. I really appreciate everybody out there. Thank you very much. Val Max says, thank you. Sorry, trying to put toddler to sleep. I'll check in next week. Well, I understand that. I've had 5 of them. So best of luck to you. And yeah, you probably need more luck than any of us. Michael says, what about using sand bowls? A lot of people do it. It's a disaster for me. It doesn't work for me, but a lot of people work for it and do well with it and enjoy it. Steven says, Zach, any help you need on bees? I'm a queen breeder and do instrumental insemination anytime. That is pretty cool. I would like to see that. That's pretty cool. Where are you located? Well, text me. Text me your info. I'll learn from everybody. Let's see. Juan says, I knew I'd like quail once hatched, just not this much. I low-key love those cute poop machines. It's crazy to see their wing feathers starting to come in at 5 days. It really is amazing how fast they grow. Welcome, and I'm glad that you had some hatch, and obviously keep me posted when you're ready. I wonder what breeds took the hit from that for Murray McMurray. My heart really goes out to them. I know their company is their passion. Yeah, I never did find out which ones, but I guess it doesn't really matter. It's still a huge hit, and yeah, as soon as I watched the video, my heart sank. I was like, oh gosh, it's a shame, but they're, on the bright side, they're able to keep the eggs and rebuild. Debbie at She Shed Homestead donated $10 to what was it? The Quailcon. That's where we're at. Donated $10 to Quailcon. Thank you very, very much. I really appreciate all your help. Art by Karen says, I can relate to struggling with keeping secrets. Oh, it's so hard. Yeah, I can keep really good secrets personally, but when it comes to the business, I just get so excited about it that I can't keep my stupid mouth shut. I've got some really good secrets personally that I would never even I don't have a desire to share them. But the business side, I want to share. I've got problems. Michael says, can you comment on using the poop for compost? Again, actually, I can tell you where to go. Chris from Slightly Redneck, he's a recommended YouTuber on my main page channel. He is very knowledgeable when it comes to compost. I am not. I know enough to probably confuse people. So I would check his channel out and just put, compost by Slightly Rednecked, and some good things will show up in those videos. Verna Young, again, donated $10 to Quailcon. So she's going to be here helping. She's going to be speaking. She's going to have possibly a table here, and she's donating. So thank you very much, Verna. Art by Karen says, a great sand bath is a plastic box with the opening in the side, cut above the depth of the sand. My button quail love it. There you go. Witch Doctor says, I'd love to go to the Homesteaders Conference. You will have a great time. I hope so. I'm sure we will. It stresses me out being away for the weekend, but we'll probably learn a lot. We'll build some, contacts, and it's going to be a great time. Plus, me and my wife should probably get away every once in a while. Witch Doctor says, maybe Quailcon will get as big as the Homesteaders of America. LOL, they started small too. No. I don't have a desire for that. But if I can make it small and better, then I'll take it. Verna says, not only do you feel healthier, Zach, but you don't like store-bought anymore. No chicken eggs in my place. Quail only for everything. There you go. Yeah, so we're gonna have, yeah, we've got a lot of stuff. I just got so we had Cooney pigs in the dead of winter, that we had a bottle feed because the mom was really bad. We gave her 2 chances. Anyways, she got butchered. Picked her up. We had the bacon. Oh my God, it was amazing. It was so good. And now her 3 little babies are growing exponentially. And so we've got meat in the freezer. We've got chickens in the freezer. We've got quail in the freezer. We have chicken eggs. We have quail eggs. We have all kinds of stuff growing out. And Jenna's starting to plant. And now we've got bees for honey. So I am very excited about our journey. A long way to go. We've got a long ways to go, but I'm very excited about it. Bars Farm says, good night, guys. Glad you're here. Thanks for showing up, and good night. James says, I just put an order for 25 jumbo waiting for them to ship. Best of luck to you, and I will get them out as quickly as possible. Art by Karen says, I'm curious as well about composting poop. I haven't watched the Myshire video about it yet, but I've seen it in my recommendation. Oh, right. We do have a compost video as well. It'll be under the playlist Papa Builder of Things. I forgot about that. I did forget about that. Veronica says, got here late. Howdy from upstate New York. Welcome. Glad you're here. S. Fox says, same here. Got here late from Texas. Just like Chris from Slightly Redneck, we don't take attendance. I'm just happy you're here. And thanks for your support. And hopefully we can help you on your journey. Jay says, yes, treating with linseed oil is fine. Thank you very much. Zach, do you wear ear protection in the quail barn to protect your hearing? Yes, I actually do. Sometimes, when I can find where I place it. Michael says, so now that I have a chance to say thank you for welcoming me, my daughter turned me on to this, and you, Ashton Dickens Farm, you are my mentor right now, but I did have to order eggs elsewhere. That is completely okay. Best of luck to you, and thank you very, very much for the kind words, and I'm glad that we're able to help. Good luck on your journey. La Rochelle Farm says, okay, long day at the beach. Have a good night, folks. Absolutely. Thanks for stopping by. S. Fox says, Zach, I have an order in with you. Given the rise of HPAI, is Myshire looking at potential delays? Nope. We were just tested. We are clean. We're good for the next 90 days. We've been testing for every 90 days, which kind of puts us at the top of the list, which is nice to get orders out, but we are slammed. So that's a delay. But no, the AI won't affect us as far as shipping. Michael says, but differently planning on future orders from you in the future. You're great. Thank you. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. And we'd love to earn your business. Cersei Outdoors says, hello from Oklahoma. Today is Hatch Day. Well, best of luck to you. Very exciting and nerve-wracking at the same time. Witch Doctor says, Zach, you hire one of the kids to answer your text. Sure, there would be a learning curve, but you could have a mini you. One day, I'm not comfortable with that yet. And I think that customer service and responding is very, very important. Plus, the knowledge needs to be there. Plus, there's a lot. But yeah, I mean, one day they got to take over. They have to take over. Yanappy King is in the house. I love the name. If you have new hatchlings and a few seem sickly, do you dispose of them and keep them and work on them? I don't really know what you mean by seem sickly. Not usually. You can if you'd like. I don't think it's a bad idea. The other option, you could do that. The other option is to put some electrolytes. We like to use Save a Chick in the water for a few days, and just make sure that they have feed close to them, feed next to the heat source. They've got a good heat source, and they've got fresh water at all times, and that should be fine. It would probably be the best practice to get rid of them, but I don't really know what you mean by seem sickly. Most of the time, I would recommend trying the electrolytes in the water. Cersei says suburbs. Oh, you're not talking to me. Jeff Hardy says, hi from Morrill, Ohio. I ordered my first feather sexable hatching eggs from you on March 22nd. Looking forward to starting my quail journey. Well, you're coming up close. I'm almost there. So best of luck to you, and I will get your eggs out as quickly as possible. And thank you very, very much for your patience. And all of you waiting on eggs or have ordered eggs and waited on me, thank you very, very much from the bottom of my heart. Your patience, your understanding, you guys have been awesome. Absolutely awesome. I think I've stressed myself out more than customers have, just because I want you to have it, you know? But there's only so much I can do. So thank you very much. I appreciate that. Priske says, do you or anyone else butcher your quail for raw feeding to dogs? Was curious if people process them and remove feathers or innards, or just off the quail and feed whole. Yes, we do actually feed raw dog feed. And no, you just bloodless call, which is the video on there. You can type in bloodless call by Myshire Farm. It shows you how you call them without any blood, and then you freeze them, and they are ready for dog feed. And that's what they prefer. Has anyone who has their quail in aviary type pens ever tried dried coffee grounds as bedding? I know a lot of people do that. I've never tried it, but somebody will probably respond. But yeah, a lot of people do that. I would recommend decaf. Picked up some of Zach's offspring from... Oh, you're not talking to me. Refer. I cannot believe I could not think of that word. Like, it was on the tip of my tongue. One says you need some Mountain Dew. I got 2 more weeks without it. It's not been great. Zach, this is called a brain fart. Yeah, it was getting old. Yeah. That's hit me a couple different times lately. Katrina says, interesting. I have not seen that. You should post that in the Facebook groups as a question, Jay. Oh, you're not talking to me. Jumbo is a class sort. Like for chickens, there are large fowl and bantam. Ducks, there are lightweight, medium weight, and heavyweight. Jumbos are the big kings of Coturnix. There you go. What is the average weight of a jumbo after calling? Usually, gosh, I don't remember. I think you lose about 2 ounces. 2 to... I don't remember. I don't want to tell you. I'd have to look. I don't remember off the top of my head. It's a good question, but I don't remember. Don Ray B says, I just candled my eggs my own. I'm down to day 6, getting close to lockdown, and every egg I candled is clear. That means infertile, yes. I'm on day 6. Honestly, I hate to say this, but I'd like you to keep them in there. Like if they're as clear as day, like there's no question about it, then they did not develop at all. But day 6 is still kind of soon. If it's not going to hurt anything, you could keep them in there. Try them again on day 10 or 11, and you can always send me pictures too, Don, and I can try to help you out. You could even do that now with day 6, and I could let you know. One says, I'm dreading cleaning out the incubators now. It's never a fun job, that's for sure. Ray says, what does all yellow wing at hatch indicate? Yellow wing? Well, usually that means a white wing, which either could be a jumbo white wing, like what we offer, or it could be like a tuxedo, usually is what it means. That the yellow turns white. One says, just checked for the last time, and I think I got fermented balut in there, if you know what I'm saying. It's probably time to call it, unfortunately. As Fox says, any suspected delays on shipping due to AI? No, not due to AI. We're just really, really busy. But we get tested every 90 days here so that we can ship all over. And we just got tested Thursday, just got our results either Friday night or Saturday morning. And we are all negative, which is good. Negative is good in this case. Christine says, good evening. Had an eventful day today. Soaked the feet on all of my quail because of poop feet. I use chips for bedding. Would you recommend something else because changing the bedding is expensive? Yes, it is. And well, okay, so yes, that's what we did for years, and it was extremely expensive and very long process and exhausting. So we actually started using blue paper towels, not the regular paper towels, automotive blue paper towels. The white regular paper towels, like kitchen paper towels, are too slippery and it will cause feet issues or leg issues. So blue automotive paper towels, and then after a week we pull them up and they're on the wire and they're good to go. And man, does that save a lot of time. So that's what we do. Ray says, confirms that my hatch was from White Wing and other stock. Had over 60 dud eggs from a Craigslist buy. Well, you got a White Wing. Sorry. Sweet Action, I'm assuming those that answered are moderators. Yes, the blue with the wrench is moderators, yes. Caitlin is in the house. Is it normal for males to injure females? I have a breeding group that was going well, but one of my hens has a bloody head today. Well, make sure that you do 5 hens to every 1 male, and that they have plenty of food and water, and that there's 3 quail per square foot. And that would be your first steps. Cersei Outdoors says, I am raising for meat and eggs. There are so many variations available. What would you recommend? Raising for meat and eggs. To be honest, so anything with a jumbo attached to the name is going to be larger meat and larger eggs, but all the standards, not saying jumbo, are better egg layers. So they're going to be a little bit smaller, but they're better egg layers. But then the jumbos are going to be not as good egg layers, but larger meat and eggs. So what I would recommend is you don't have to watch them all. I would go to our playlist on our YouTube channel called All About the Colors and just go through a couple of the videos. Just pick out the ones, watch Jumbo Wilds, watch Rosettas, watch Golds, and maybe another color that catches your eye. And in those videos, it gives you average weight, average egg size, average production, average, lifespan, all that stuff. What they look like, how they are sexed, things like that. And I think that would help you make your decision, because I don't think there's a wrong answer. And I really don't want to direct somebody when something else would work better for them. So hopefully that makes sense. But the playlist on our YouTube channel is called All About the Colors. Caitlin says, sorry, YouTube automatically sent my comment before it was done. I have 1 male and 5 hens. Okay, so that's taken care of. I would take the hen that's bloody out, let her heal, and usually they'll heal within about 72 hours and they'll start scabbing over. They heal real fast. And then you can put her back in. I'm afraid that if you leave her in there, he's going to see the blood and keep pecking at it, and so will the other hens. So I would take the hen out. If the male seems a little too aggressive, I would take him out, put him in a box with no light at all for like 2 to 3 hours, and then take him out and softly put him back in the cage where the other hens are, and that should fix your issue, would be my recommendation. Ron says, may I suggest to connect your incubator to a UPS? This way, if you lose electricity during a storm or power failure, your incubator still has power. Absolutely, that's a great idea. Ours are. The Blazing Bee says, why do we want to liquefy quail poop? Fertilizer? Yep. Chuck, right? Yes, that's correct. What are the darkest jumbos that I can get from you? The darkest jumbos would be jumbo wilds. They're brown. Yeah, I mean, it would be the jumbo wild. Sorry. The darkest would be either growls or Tibetans, but they're not jumbo size, but they're a nice size. It's a good question. Not talking to me. Caitlin says, I did remove her. The male does have a bit of blood on his chest, so I'm assuming it was him, but could be coincidence. It's probably the male, especially since it's the back of the head. Yeah. Yeah, I still agree with what I said, Caitlin. That's what I would do. Ellen's Edge says, hello from Miamisburg, Ohio. Welcome. I'm in Miamisburg, Ohio. Truck 3 Warden says, Murins and Blue Cochins canceled from Murray McMurray. Ooh, Cochins. That's rough. I'm sorry to hear that. Sorry to hear that. Hope they recover quick. Dusty Green says, I have a jumbo white laying a blue egg. I'm new to quail. Can someone explain this to me? Yeah, they have a gene in their body called the CE gene. It's the celadon gene. And that CE gene allows them to lay blue eggs. So there you go. That's really what it is. Ellen's Edge says, hopefully starting quail soon. Is it easier to start with live quail or hatching eggs? It really depends on what you want to do. I have a playlist called New to Quail and What I Need to Know. And in there, it talks about, I think one of the videos, I thought I was being funny, but one of the videos in that playlist was titled like, does the quail or the egg come first or something? And that talks about the different points of view on starting with hatching eggs or live quail. We are only going to be offering hatching eggs for the time being until they get AI under control. But I'm sure you could find live quail around you. Genuine Toe Tag says the Winola cage is 24 by 36. Would that make it 18 inches? Would that make it 18 in each one? No, that would make it, would be 2 by 3, so that's 6. So 6 times 3. Oh, 6, 12. Yes, that's correct. That is correct. So you have the larger cages. Cool. Okay. Ray says, I have raised my own chickens, been getting ready for the season since the avian problem arose. Absolutely. That's a great way to do it. Tony from Toronto is in the house. Welcome. Glad you're here. Brad says, is there an AA for quail because I have quail fever? Yes, but we actually celebrate that and enjoy it. So you're right where you should be. Jay says, Zach, what color male can I use to breed to calico hens in order to get more calico? I only have calico hens, no males. You could use Pharaoh. You could use gold. You can really use whatever you want. It's a good question. Matthew says, can't wait to start a quail coop build and order an incubator and order some quail eggs from you, and any suggestions on how I should get started first time. Yeah, so we've tried to do a lot of short, good videos for you to help you get started. So I've got New to Quail and What You Need to Know playlist on our YouTube channel. It's on the top, it's on the main page. I would watch those. They're very short videos, but they're packed with a lot of good information to get you started, or at least think about. I've got a good video coming out this week on different ways to raise Coturnix quail. So check that out. That'll be posted this week. And then as far as incubators go, we have a playlist called Quail product reviews. And in there, we've done, I believe, 3 different incubator reviews. I really don't like recommending one. I think that you can get a good hatch from any of them. I think it depends on what works best for you. To me, the Nurturite 360 seems to work best for new people, but a lot of people have a lot of success with the other ones that we did as well. So I would watch those and find out which incubator you think would work best for you. But we have a lot of resources, plus a ton of our Facebook groups. We have newbie quail lovers, self-sufficient quail, quail call. If you want to make recipes, we've got Quail in the Kitchen. We've got Quail for Profit. I mean, anything that you need, we are trying to have a source for that for you. Ray says, my personal opinion is the larger the cage, the better the quality of life. There you go. Bloss says, what causes eggs to fully develop but not hatch out? I put 45 eggs in the incubator, hatched 15, had to call 3, 5 died while pipping. The rest either didn't develop or fully developed but didn't hatch. I could almost guarantee you, unfortunately, that you had a humidity issue at lockdown. That's usually when they're fully developed and then did not hatch. Your temp was right on, your humidity was not high enough where the egg could soften and they hatch out. So I can almost guarantee you it's a humidity issue, especially if you had to call 3 and 5 died while pipping. It's a humidity issue. Dr. Connie says, I bought an electric monitor device and plugged the Nurturite 360 into it. Only 2 kilowatts over the first 3 days. That's less than 3 cents in electricity per day. Awesome. Very cool. Zelda D and Z Crazy Farm is in the house. Welcome. We're glad you're here. Debbie at She Shed Homestead says, what are some good veggies to grow for quail besides kale? Pretty much anything other than citrus. They're not picky. They like it all. They love cucumber. Love, love, love cucumber. Woman of Spirit says, I just got my Winola cage put together. It is beautiful, 3-tier. Next, I work on the water bucket and get my Myshire babies moved into the new home. Awesome. Best of luck to you. And it sounds like you're doing great. Congratulations. Nikki James says, hi, everybody. Been busy today, but making money, so it's great. There you go. Awesome. Congratulations. And can't wait for you to be here at Quailcon. I like Chris and Terry's approaches. There you go. Susan says, hi from Little Quail Hut in Jackson, Michigan. My 40 babies are popping like popcorn, trying to fly a few, I think it's 4-week-old jumbos. Very cool. Congratulations. And best of luck to you. That's super cool. I eventually intend upon placing them in a very large hoop-style coop. That works for people. You're going to get less production, but that works for people. Pris K says, thank you for the link, Verna. Oh, you're not talking to me. Charles is in the house from Tampa. Welcome. We're glad you're here. Mark Braden is in the house. Welcome. Glad you're here. George says, selling the other parts like feathers, is it worth it? People do it and they're successful at it. I do not. I don't, but you can make money off of it, yeah. And there's a lot of Etsy places that are doing a lot of crafts with the feathers and the eggs and things like that, and they're doing extremely well. So yes, I'm gonna say yes. It's just not for me, but I'm not very crafty. Thank you very much, S. Fox. Yes, you lose 2 ounces of live weight during processing. I thought that was the number. Thank you very much for confirming. Don Ray B says, Zach, I'm going to keep them in the incubator to see what happens. Thank you. And by day 6, I meant only 6 days left until day 18, so day 12. Oh. That's not good. I think we lost the mail. But let's not give up yet. We're only 6 days away. Let's just keep going and maybe, positive vibes going your way. Carolyn says, I completely understand why I can't pick up. No worries. Yeah, it drives me crazy, but it is what it is. S Fox says, sorry, my internet is lagging pretty bad, so I'm sorry if any repeat questions. Not a problem at all. Hidden Creek Quail is in the house. Hey, Zach here from Florida. Welcome. We're glad you're here. And Hidden Creek Quail was the 1800 contest winner this month. So congratulations. Catherine Dresso says, what is the minimum and maximum weight for jumbo eggs you use for hatching? I think it really depends on what you have. I think everybody comes up with their own. I can give you the mindset behind it, and the thought process is get an average of all of them. You know, so if you put them all together and you say, okay, the average is 16 grams. Okay, well then I'm not going below 16, and then obviously you really don't want to go above about 20, because then you just start getting into low hatch rates and double yolkers and this, that, and the other. But you know, when we started, we had to start with standard, and we started at 12, and that was the average. And then now we're up to like 16 grams, not 16-ounce eggs. Holy mother of God. Ray says, Zach's were the jumbo white wing that I had. Maybe you're not talking to me, sorry. Mr. Jim 5280 says, doesn't anyone know of a quail plucker that I can get? We have one, and the one that we have has worked for us. It's actually on our Amazon store. You can check that out. I'm not saying that's the one you should get. It works for us, but at least you can kind of see what we do and see if that would work for you. But it is on our Amazon store, which is the way you'd find that is it's on our website. There's a little Amazon icon you can click on, or if you go to the About Us on our YouTube channel, there's a link there as well. How so do you check the fertility of the males? Well, we hatch out weekly, so that's how we check out fertility. To me, that's the best way to do it. But there's many different ways. When are we all going to have a quail cook-off? I can grill for you, but that's all I got. Michael Bruce says, my birds will be in a ventilated shed this summer. We got hot. What temp is safe for the birds? The heat and the cold really doesn't affect them. A ventilated shed, yeah, they'll be fine. As long as they can get out of the elements, which they're in a shed, they're going to be fine. So don't worry about it. They're very adaptable to the weather. I bought a stainless steel plucker. I will be doing a review and video soon. There you go. Nobody seems to be doing this, so hopefully this will help a lot of people who want to process their birds more professionally. There you go. We haven't used it in years. I prefer to skin. It's so much faster, and I don't have to get out all the equipment. But I mean, we have a plucker, and if we need to use it, we will. I don't think we'll use the plucker for Quailcon, but yeah, I mean it's faster for us just to skin. Christine says, Zach, one more question. I have a female that has some hair loss on her head breeding, but now there is a bit missing from her backside. Is she in danger? It seems as though that the male that is in there, that's his favorite. It wouldn't be a horrible idea to take her out and just let her chill for about a day or two and put her back in. She should be okay if you leave her in too, but you could take her out for a day or two. Christine says hello from the Upper Peninsula. I'm going to butcher it, and I don't mean to, and I'm sorry. Kawini Wa girl checking in. Well, I'm glad you're here. Christine, I can say that. I'm sorry. Ray says, pretty excited to use it. Should work a lot like large chicken plucker I have. Yep, and it does, and it works really well. I just can't keep up with the production, with it. But yeah, I mean, it works well. And the stainless steel is definitely a nice feature for sure. Cat Vo says, thank you, Myshire, for your videos and our first hatching eggs lockdown for 90 eggs in 4 days. You were right. Incubators lie. 2 govies for backup. There you go. That's awesome. We're up to 34.8. Cool. We're up to 34.8 thousand subscribers. Very cool. Thank you very much, everybody. Yes, incubators lie. Don't trust them. Don't trust them. That's great. Great. Best of luck to you. And it sounds like you're doing everything right. So I'm sure you'll do a great hatch. We had to call 6 Turkin today. Sad but necessary. They were eating their own eggs. Hate when that happens. It is necessary. Whiskey Tango Farm says, AA for Quail. It's a yearly meeting on Labor Day weekend at Myshire. All the cool kids will be there. There you go. I was thinking about posting the video on Terry's Facebook group if he will allow it. Never easy, but losing money on egg eaters. There you go. Thanks so much for answering my questions. You are truly awesome in everything you do and all your videos. Well, thank you very much. I appreciate that. Yeah, my Balut customers are a little irritated with me right now because I kind of put them on hold, but they'll be all right. I do have to get those in. I don't know how I'm going to do it, but I do. Whiskey Tango Farm says, gotta head out. Thanks for chatting, Feather Fam, and thanks, Zach, for your time, and congrats on your huge milestone this week. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Will Cernsey says, hello from Florida. I'm so thankful for Myshire and all of the education Zach provides. Thank you, Zach. Well, thanks for being here. I appreciate that. And thanks for watching and listening, and I'm glad I could help. Ray says, I'm in Florida, northern part. Awesome. Welcome. Etsy has legs for the producer's pride brooder plate. Etsy has legs for the producer's pride brooder plate. Yeah, there's gonna, I mean, okay, so here you go. There are many different ways to raise quail. And George, which is my right hand, he does things that I just disagree with. And sometimes I give in and sometimes I say no. But, you know, there's many different ways to raise quail, and I don't think there's a right way or wrong way. But 2 things that I just cannot stand for quail, I don't want to say that. 2 things that I just am not willing to try, that I'm closed-minded about. I try not to be closed-minded, but there's 2 things that I can't seem to wrap my head around. And that is the nipple waters, which I'm sure are fine, and Mark from the Rochelle Farm says they're fine. I just don't like them. I don't know why. I wish I did. I just don't. And brooder plates for quail. I don't know why. I've talked to Kevin from Living Traditions numerous times. I just don't like them. I don't know why. I don't know. Why am I having bad hatch rates? I keep the temp at 99.5 and humidity at 45 to 65 at the end. If I had to guess, your incubator's lying to you, but I don't know that for sure. Do inkbird temperature controllers lie, or are they right? I have actually never tried them personally, so I cannot tell you that. But if somebody is on here that has tried it, feel free to share. Michael, thanks for showing up. I appreciate you. Susan says, quail math at the little quail hut started with 4 on their first of the month and 40 babies now. How many will I have next week? Ha ha ha. Well, if you went from 4 to 40, well, oh dear, you might be in my numbers by next month. Yanappy King says, with the bird flu, any recommendation if I take my birds to the farmer's market? That scares the living crap out of me, to be honest with you. I will be doing an AI video this week. I did an AI video last week. It was just me reading a letter, but I thought it was very, very helpful. I did not write it. Somebody much more knowledgeable than I did wrote it. I just read it to everybody. I would check that out and just make sure you have good biosecurity measurements in place. Katrina says, brooder plates work great, but I have them in the house. You have to have an ambient temperature of at least 50 degrees for them to work as designed. And maybe that's why maybe I just am closed-minded on it. I don't know. I mean, it's worked for Kevin and Sarah. It's worked for Katrina. It's worked for people. I don't know. I don't know why I don't like them. I don't know. Oh, okay, Ray. You have the problem due to the height problem of the brooder plate, probably. The Etsy legs solve that problem. I will have to look into that. Very interesting. That probably would make me feel a lot better. I love brooder plates. Use them with my chickens. I added those fake feathers sewn in a row to it so it stimulated them going under a hen. Pretty cool. Inkbird thermostat is pretty accurate. Thank you very much, Jasmine. I would assume the incubator's lying to them as well. I would agree. And you need to get a reliable thermometer. I really like the Govies, but a reliable thermometer will do, and check that out. But I would assume it's not telling the truth. That's my number one rule with hatching, is incubators lie. But and that is all the comments. 2.5 hours. About where we were. 175 likes, guys. Thank you very much for all your support. I really appreciate you all. And thank you very much for watching. Now, before I lose you all, just we've got an AI update coming this week. A little bit of information, but pretty much everything we've already mentioned in this live. But that'll be posted. But I've got a really fun bee video coming out this week. And let's just say there's 2 outfits I'll be wearing. So you won't want to miss me making a fool of myself. So make sure you check that out. And then there's a video about Chris from Slightly Redneck and myself doing a video together. And I think it's going to be a great topic. It's about many different ways to raise quail, which I'm very excited about. So check those out. I will try to do 1 or 2 more, but I've got a busy week. So, but I've at least got 3 coming your way. And I'll be back tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time for a rapid fire live Q&A. If you have not bought your tickets for Quailcon, do so. It's going to be awesome. I'm very excited about it. And I think that's all. Oh, and we have a couple more comments and then I'll get off. Producer's Pride brooder plate doesn't allow it to be low enough and doesn't have small enough increments to raise them. There are others that allow small enough increments to be productive. There you go. Thank you. And it's probably just because I don't know anything about them. I've never tried them. I'm just against them and I don't know. I've never tried the nipple waters either. I don't know why I'm so closed-minded. I really pride myself on not being, but with those 2 things, I can't wrap my head around even giving it a shot. I don't know what my problem is. Yes, there will be costumes in one of these videos. Let's see. I enjoyed listening while I worked outside. Great live tonight. Thank you very much. Thank you, moderators. Absolutely. I'm looking forward to the bee video. Absolutely. And I'll get with you this week now that I'm feeling a lot better. And I've got some good plans for the bee video. I'm hoping to get people excited about that as well. And we got some good videos coming your way with quail. So stay tuned. I appreciate you all. Thank you all for hitting the like button. I really appreciate it. And it sounds like we hit 34.8. We're almost at 35,000 subscribers. And I really do believe that a lot of that is all because of you guys sharing, getting the word out, liking the videos, watching the videos, and motivating me to try to do better for you. So thank you very, very much. I appreciate you all. And until tomorrow night at 8 p.m. Eastern Standard Time, everybody, stay safe.